Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jessica Gonzalez.
And I'm Robert Olguin. Voters have already rejected a multi-million-dollar bond aimed at improving the El Paso County Coliseum.
Yeah, but the county is now considering placing the bond back on the ballot in May. KFOX 14 News at 9's Julia Spencer is outside the Coliseum with how the county plans to reintroduce this bond and how much that could cost.
Well, the Coliseum is over 80 years old, a staple for places and events here in the city, and could cost taxpayers millions of dollars out of their pockets. However, even though that voters already rejected the county's bond to renovate the Coliseum and surrounding buildings, one commissioner says that he wants to try again, and this is why.
I feel like we did not do as well of a job as we could have when it came to informing the public about this project and what it entailed.
El Paso County Commissioner David Stout is pushing to reintroduce the County Coliseum bond to voters on the May ballot. We asked Commissioner Stout how the county is able to put the bond back on the ballot so soon.
There's a moratorium of 3 years for a CO, not a GO. This is general obligation bond issuance, which means it's going to the public, and we can put it on the ballot in May if we want to. We can put it on the ballot in November, or if we want to wait until next year.
In November, voting results came out to 49% for the bond, whereas 50% voted against, failing by only 668 votes.
It was less than 1% margin. There were close to, I think, 230,000 voters, and it failed by about 700 votes.
If it's put back on the ballot and it passes, this would cost taxpayers approximately $105 million, paving the way for major renovations at the Coliseum and its buildings.
But one of the big things we're talking about is the grid, the height from floor to where you hang like the lights and audio. We want to go a little bit more up.
Including another building on site used as a barn.
But you're talking about a hall. Small venue that you can do. So you do your floor, you do your seats, dance floor, stuff like that.
Or even additions to the Rhinos Event Center.
Take this all out, and then you build a second sheet of ice in conjunction with the event center.
Officials say in 1 year alone, the Coliseum brings in over $1 million in revenue a year for the county, but could bring even more with the renovations. However, some believe bringing this bond back onto the ballot less than 6 months after its failure isn't fair to those who decided.
They're playing games with the voters because if they can get fewer voters to come out, there's a higher chance then it'll pass.
Claiming that in May there will be less of a voter turnout, giving the county the response they want.
They're trying to push us into getting what they want. If the voters said no, they should accept it.
Now, county commissioners are expected to have a meeting this coming Tuesday to further discuss the possibility of adding this bond back on to the May ballot. We will, of course, update you with what they decide. I'm live in South Central El Paso. Julia Spencer, KFOX 14 News at 9.
Hey, Julia, thank you for that live report. Meantime,